Hello and welcome. This is Mouse Gunner, and I'm going to be taking a look at a brand new game, Ruin of the Reckless. Now, this is a pre-release copy of the game, and as a result, will not be representative of the completed product when it does launch in a couple weeks. But with that being said, I have only played this game a little bit. I played through the tutorial, and I did a few runs just to get some familiarity with the game. I will admit, this is not the type of game that I usually find myself being all that good at least in my mind. But even still, I do find this type of game enjoyable, even if I am not the best at it. With that disclaimer being said, let's go ahead and hop right into it and discuss what Ruin of the Reckless is. Ruin of the Reckless is very similar to games like Enter the Gungeon and Nuclear Throne, at least in feel and mechanics. As a matter of fact, taking a look at trailers and screenshots, I thought it looked rather derivative, but having played it a little bit, I am noticing some definite differences. For one thing, talking about similarities, look at that menu. The menu itself reminds me quite a lot of Enter the Gungeon in the way it looks and feels. Let's talk about some of the mechanics that this has a little bit unique. So you can do two-player co-op, I believe. I haven't really experimented with that, and I believe it's local. I haven't seen any option for online co-op. If that was added in, I find that pretty interesting. But for now, I think it's local from what I understand. You can swap the characters, though, and play as them if you want. And all the dialogue in this game is text-based, so you can expect to see that more in the future. You have various characters that are in the hub here. I'm not exactly sure what the exact name for it is. So you've got this character here. And at this point in the game, most of these characters were just explaining different functions to me and how they worked. But one interesting mechanic of this game is the chaos cards down here, or which you place on the chaos mat. So let's go ahead and take a look at what that is. Now, the cards themselves are things that you get when you are in the run on the tower. Now, having completed the tutorial, I got a number of these cards from the tutorial. So the gear card, and there's always just one gear card for player 1 and one gear card for player 2. And this is going to determine your starting gear. So I get a blasting bracer and I get a fireball spellbook. So that's more or less my two weapons. And then these other cards are modifiers. So if I take a look at this one, it's called Holiday, which makes floors easier. We have this one, which gives me no knockback when taking damage. And then we have another one, which I gain extra time on each floor. I think I have at least one other card in the inventory. This one is, and the cards are listed by either whether or not they make your life harder, easier, or they really don't affect it one way or the other. So far, I have only gotten harder and easier cards. So green cards are easier cards, red cards are harder cards, and I'm assuming the kind of in the middle cards are yellow, or maybe they're blue. I'm not exactly sure what color they are, but maybe we'll find one in the future. Now, I'm not going to equip that one because it would more or less negate the holiday one that I have, because it gives me harder floors rather than easier floors. So I would assume by equipping that, these two would just negate each other. And as far as I'm concerned, even with the easier floor card, I probably will struggle a little bit with this game because it is rather difficult. But you can freely install those, and as you get them in the world, even if you die, you can come back to the mat and put new cards that you have been given, so it gives you an element of progression. If we go through this door, we'll go to the shop. I don't want to do that, though, because one thing that's interesting about this game is if you go to the shop, it actually shortcuts you a little bit further up the tower. So let's start at the tower from the beginning at floor 1. So here's the tower. Now, I've only made it almost to the second shop. The shop is the little birdie, and that's about as far as I made it. All right, so first things first, we have these orbs. If I go over and collect it, it will give me some ability, which that one was explode corpses. Now, one thing that's a big difference with Enter the Gungeon or Nuclear Throne or a lot of those other games is those games you have guns. This game, you don't really have guns. You have close combat weapons for the most part, except you do have usually a special spell ability. Now, if I pause here just really briefly, I didn't really go over this when we were in the hub, and I could have, but if you look over in the upper left, you can see a lot of the key bindings to the different abilities I have. So just to explain really quickly, and you can see this yourself once I resume, because this is a game that I have to devote a lot of attention to. I'm not going to be able to sit there and go over each little thing, but my right bumper, I'm using a controller. You can use mouse and keyboard, but I prefer a controller for this type of game. Right bumper is going to be my melee attack. Right trigger is going to be my spell, and you'll see if you look at the spell that's listed under the right trigger that there's a number there. That's more or less how much spell power I have, and once I use it up, it's gone until I get some way to refresh it. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Although the spell power can be very powerful and give you a ranged attack, it is not unlimited. All right, so let's jump right back into the game. Ooh, and I'm getting hit already. So the number in the red is my health, so I'm currently sitting at 4 out of 5. All right, so a lot of the hectic elements have passed. And one thing that's interesting about this game is you can actually knock opponents into each other. So if you line it up properly, you can kill more than one opponent at once. All right, I'm being cautious here. Ah, I missed that shot. That was kind of a waste of spell power that is precious. All right, this is the key. This is going to allow me to get up to the next floor. I also have a dodge, which is my left trigger, which is the little boot icon you see. And I guess I have another ability that I don't remember getting, which is my left bumper, and I'm not exactly sure what that is. So Book of Minds is going to change my spell ability, which I think I'm going to actually take that. I'm not familiar with it. We also have some other spell books here. So we've got a fire one. I just missed. Ooh, that's not a good idea. Okay, you also get XP bonus for clearing a floor, and then we have Book of Lightning. Now, I've experienced Book of Lightning and Book of Fire. That was what I had to start. Here's the floor, and I can do another orb. So if you look at the top left, you see how many orbs I can have, so 2 out of 2. So I'm currently full. As I level up and get to level 3... Okay, that is the consequence if you take too long on a floor, is the floor becomes unstable, and you start getting those energy projections shot at you. But luckily, we were just going up as that happened. So we see more orbs, but I can't get them because I haven't leveled up yet. So I have to wait until that happens. Ooh, that was close. Oh, there's the mines. So we get to see how that works. That's actually pretty cool. I like that mechanic. Let's do that again. So I'm assuming as enemies... Can we hit the mines? No, we can't. Okay. I don't know if you can walk over your own mines and get hurt. Okay, let's be cautious. Now, one thing you can do is you can hit these and blow them up. So it's something you have to be cautious of because you can do it on accident. And this run isn't, I would say, going particularly well because I've taken some dumb damage, but there we go. Another floor cleared. And I am leveled up to level 3. So we've got Scavenger and what is this other one over here? We've got Fire Pet Affinity. Let's grab that. So I get a little guy that follows me and will shoot enemies. Now I probably should move and get off this floor now. Okay, now we're going to get to the shop. Okay, so any money that I've gotten in the floor, I can spend in the shop. I didn't get that much, though, so I'm not going to probably be able to buy much of anything. All right, we can get a Mana Stone. I have no idea what that is. And this is a lot of the element of these type of games is buying things and then kind of learning what they do as you go along. So it looks like I can afford one of these 3 items. And then we've got orbs, but I can't take any more orbs because I'm full up. Then we've got Scroll of Gravity Bomb. So this would replace my current spell. And then we've got a way to buy a consumable that will heal me. I'm actually tempted to get this. I'd have to do my math here. We might be able to buy something else too. Yeah, so I could buy this Mana Stone and the health. I might as well just use this while we're not in combat so we can see directly what it does. So it healed me for 1 hit point. And as you can see, Health is kind of hard to come by, so you have to be very careful that you don't take too much damage like we did, honestly. Let's go ahead and get the Mana Stone just to see what it's about. So gain spellbook charges each floor. So it's more or less a regen for my spell power, this is actually very powerful in my opinion. Now I'm not so sure how much I like this mind spell over the spell that you start with, the fire, but let's go ahead and hop in to the next level on the tower. Okay, I'm gonna just throw that out. You can charge your spell power, by the way, which makes it more powerful, but also has it burn through more spell power. These guys are doing good work for me, but I don't have control over them, in case you were wondering. And you can also knock back, as you can see there, the jellyfish shot a projectile at me. You can punch the projectiles back. So if you time things right, you can kind of use the opponent's attacks against them. All right. Oh. Actually, I guess it didn't hit me. It hit my companion instead. That's something I didn't know exactly how it works. So that was nice to see. Okay. So I just need to find the key at this point and then clear the floor. It looks like the key might be up to the top. Let's see if we don't take damage from our own mine. Trying to figure out exactly what that does. I'm not sure I figured it out. I don't remember getting it, so... I've gotten other items in my left button. I've gotten a grappling hook before that you can use to grab onto a wall or what have you. Ooh, I gotta be careful here, because I want to get that orb if I can. I don't know if I'll level up this floor, though. Have we gotten the key yet? No, I might be spending too much time. There it is. Okay. I think we're spending too much time on this floor. We don't have many... as a matter of fact, it looks like we're counting down to 4, 3, 2, 1, so I gotta get going. This might be the death of me here. Let's try and clear this floor out quickly. Okay, there's the floor bonus. I don't have time to dilly-dally, so let's just go. Okay. So, up another rung. Okay, we got our little guy back, so it looks like that's just these guys are a nuisance, because they charge you. Okay, we got the key already, so that's weight off my mind. And we see the little arrow shows you where the elevator for the next floor is. Alright. I'm gonna take this other spell here, because I think that it might do me... Oh, okay, that's interesting. Kind of like that. Might be a good way to get guys like that charge us off of me. The little raccoon things. Okay, we got a treasure chest up ahead. Okay. So we can take this orb. Let's go ahead. So, spellbooks have more charges. Okay, and I'm not sure I want to take a cursed item, but why not? Gain a spinner pet on each floor. Okay, so I don't know what cursed items do. I haven't really had much experience with that, so I guess this is going to be a good look at that. What do cursed items do? Oh, I forgot we don't have mines anymore, and I am also aiming in the wrong direction. There we go. We blew through a lot of spell power, but that's okay. We'll get it back. This is actually a really good run because of the fact that I can get back spell power. Usually you don't get it back, so it's making my life a lot easier to have that. Okay, there's another floor cleared. Time for me to bounce. So... Oh, I guess I didn't do that quick enough. Oh man, we got hit by that before I was able to hit the elevator. So I think that guy, as he explained to me, you can trade an item, but I guess you have a very limited time to decide on whether you want to do the trade or not. And honestly, that cost me time that I should have been going up on the elevator. Ooh, we got the key right away. Oh, so this is the little octopus guy is the spinner. So that actually is really helpful as well. All right, I don't know what that thing is. Okay. Ah, that's what the curse thing does. It doesn't allow you to switch out the item. Okay. We gotta be very careful here, because my health is not great. Okay. Oh. Okay, this guy over here eats items, from what I've seen of him. Got him. So I'm just gonna have to be careful. He's also pretty quick from what I've seen. And takes a beating. There he goes. I did somehow get health. That could have been an item I have, regens me. Oh, except I got hit there. Oh, another item. Eater. Yeah, I gotta level up. Just kind of have to watch all the carnage. Alright. Alright, well that's our first run. But this is an interesting mechanic. You can either enter to restart from the beginning, or you can start from the first shop. So let's do that, just so you can see what happens when you do that. Now, I really like that run we had going. And I feel like if I hadn't taken dumb damage, it could have gone really well for me. But you'll note we're in the shop. We started a little bit higher up on the tower than we would have normally. And on top of that, you'll see that we have 200 Z. Now, Z is your currency. So I actually have the ability to buy items here to level myself up to the proper point that maybe I would be here normally. So it's a pretty cool mechanic. And I am going to take this heavy blast bracer because the current one I have is just a normal blast bracer and it does that. If we buy this, you'll see it affects a much bigger area. We also can get a rapier, which would replace our weapon. So the RB is always your weapon. And the rapier I'm not really a big fan of because it also causes you to dash forward. And I find myself sometimes accidentally dashing into opponents when I do that and getting killed. But you'll note that none of the other items I had are carrying over with me from that first run. So this is where you use your money. So we've got Technician, okay, Gust, and Mega Slash. Okay, well let's try Gust. I don't think I've done that before. Okay, so a Gust attack. So that's going to be my LB. Alright, cool. It looks like it bounces around. Then we've got Technician. I want to take this, I think. We could take one of these potions, too. But I think I want to take another orb here. Now, you are level 2, which is probably lower level than you would be if you started from tower level 1. But let's go ahead and grab this Technician, see what it does. Okay, so I just find more items, I guess. Alright, that's cool. Let's start this run, as I don't have enough money to buy anything else, and see how we do. Alright, so I have to remember left bumper is probably going to be pretty important for me. Alright, here comes baddies. I hate these hopping enemies. Looks like I can do that left button pretty often, so we probably should be spamming that because it seems like a really useful attack, although it doesn't seem like it does that much damage, though. Okay. Okay, they are just absolutely dumping items here. We also have jump boots. Oh, I didn't notice the boots I had were cursed. Alright, so I can't get that because I'm not leveled up enough. Okay, this is our exit. What is this? Scroll of teleport. I don't think I want that. Oh, cool! That's what that does. Interesting. I don't know how useful that is, because you're more or less charging into an opponent. I guess maybe when you dodge, you... There we go. We were able to use it effectively. Yeah, see, the Cyclone doesn't actually kill anyone, it doesn't seem. Alright, let's use a little bit of our spell power to clear out this mess. Alright, it looks like you can dodge through opponents, so that's where... Oh, that was dumb damage. Oh, more dumb damage. Alright, we got the key. We haven't leveled up, so we're just gonna have to go. Do we want this? Slash soul? I really like the weapon we have, so I don't want to... Book of Clouds, that's new. Alright, let's get going. Die! There we go. Alright, let's get going before this becomes a mess. Oh, seriously? I thought I was on the elevator. Alright, well that was a lot of dumb damage on my part. That last one I shouldn't have had happen. I relaxed there and I just let it shoot me. Okay. Okay. Alright. I blew this run. Definitely blew the run. Yeah, back to the lobby. I'm a loser. Alright, well, I hope that has showcased the game. And honestly, as much as I thought initially that this was a pretty derivative game, it does definitely feel a lot different than Enter the Gungeon in particular, which I felt this would be most similar to. And just to showcase, you can, from the get-go, hop into the shop. And you see you do start up a little bit farther up the tower. And you start with the same 200 Zennies, I believe they're called, that you can use to upgrade yourself. Wow. This is not a particularly good... I want to see what the jump boots do. Let's buy one of those. Okay. A pet totem. Might as well buy that. It's cheap. Okay, so it's not letting me use my LB right this second. Okay, so we don't have a lot of money here. So, siphoning, vampirism. Let's buy that. That sounds interesting. So, weapons drain hearts. That sounds really cool. And we have a little bit of money, so let's buy the health potion. Why not? I think that's a good start. And we don't have a weapon, but there wasn't one available, so... And it costs quite a lot to get these cards. Okay, so we have our little companion here. That's interesting. We didn't start with any enemies in the... That dodge is weird with the jump. I'm assuming you jump over opponents, obviously. Let's be smart here and deflect these guys into each other like that. That's what you want to do. Okay, so far so good. We haven't taken any dumb damage. Now I shouldn't probably say that because get some more of your own medicine. All right, let's see if we can. There we go. Get the lot of them. Okay. There we go. Alright. Feel like I'm playing a little bit better this time. Gotta be careful with these guys. I was trying to knock him into the other guy. There we go. Ooh. Okay. Not sure what that spell is. We'll see it here in a second. Scroll of Uncurse. Well, I don't feel like that's really all that useful. Okay. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go. We're having a good run. And as much as I might be missing out on some experience, I think surviving is gonna be the goal for this run. Okay, we got our key again. And there's also an item here. I'm glad that my companion there took that guy out. Oh, I knew I was going to take a damage there. Okay. I might have killed that orb, though, and all that destruction. I was wanting to get it, but I needed to protect myself. Because it takes a while to pick it up. Okay, I leveled up. There's an orb here, though, so we can get that if we're careful. Okay, come on, guys. Okay. Orb of Gust. So this is going to be the same thing we had last time, which is this. We have another orb that I could get, maybe. You know what? Screw this. All right. We're getting through. Okay, I see the key. Okay, weapons recharge spell books. Interesting. So that will help me quite a bit. Oh, those guys deflect spells. I forgot about that. Ow. Alright, that's our first hit. And I do have a healing item, so... Oh boy. I'm gonna go ahead and use that health item just to... so I don't forget. Okay, there was an orb around here somewhere. Where'd it go? It might have gotten destroyed. That's not good. We want to kill this and get our item back. Oh. It looks like I'm not getting my item back. But whatever those were, they gave me a ton of zennies when they died. Okay. Another level up. Come down here. Okay, we got ourselves a weapon if I'm careful. Okay. That was bad. Okay, so that's what the rapier does. It gives you kind of like a charge. Okay, let's go. What? Alright, well that was going really well until that happened. I just saw that floating there, and I didn't know what was going on, so I tried to deflect it, and then it just blew up in my face. Whoops. Oh well. Let's warp back to the lobby. So you get to see some of the potential of this game, and the hands of somebody more capable than me, I'm sure great things can be achieved, but still, I have fun with a game like this, even if I struggle with it. So, from what I've seen, I'm definitely seeing quite a lot of promise, and if you're interested in this kind of thing, I think it might be worth a look. In any case, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. This is Mouse Gunner, signing out.